Morning, social media, Facebook, YouTube world. My name is Christopher Donnell. I'm pastor here at Urbana UMC, and this is Motivational Monday on a Tuesday morning that we're going to call Try Again Tuesday. Shout out to Heather, my friend, who gave me that idea. Because things just go wrong sometimes, and sometimes you get to Monday and things don't go as you planned, and Tuesday rolls around. And you got to try it all again on Tuesday. So with that being said, a little snapshot. I typically make these Motivational Mondays. Here's the secret. You're getting behind the curtain here now. On Sunday mornings, I usually arrive at the church before we have our services. I usually get here about 7 a.m., get the church unlocked, kind of go through what I'm doing that day. And I always take time to record a Motivational Monday. Mondays are my day off, so I like to get that done ahead of time, so then I can actually enjoy my day off. But I try to get that done, so it's still 8:15. Upload it for Monday morning, so hopefully there's some motivation for those of you who watch it. But this past weekend, again, we had a transformer blow in Urbana. We had one a couple months ago due to a squirrel. This one, I don't know what happened, but we lost power, and we found out late that evening that our elevator was not working, and our walk-in cooler, our walk-in freezer at the warehouse food pantry was not working. Warehouse food pantry freezer was full of meat and good food to pass out hopefully in a week from now. And the temperature was creeping up on that. So when I got here at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, I spent most of my time trying to figure out how to reset that, or if there was an ability to do that. Could not do that. Same with the elevator, spent some time investigating that. So I got pretty behind on Sunday morning. So it was good that I probably just got what I needed done to preach the services and to lead worship that day. So that said, we also had the time change, which is just not fun. I'm sure, like myself, you are still feeling the effects of the time change even today, especially if you have little kids who are still trying to figure out the new schedule. So that is a challenge. So sometimes you get to Monday morning for some Motivational Monday and it just doesn't happen. And that's why we're here on Try Again Tuesday. Some things just don't go the way we want to at times. And then there's other times we experience the work of actual evil in our world as we live in a world that needs Jesus. And as we still are waiting for that kingdom come, his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That is the part that we're still living out today. And we will be working for that for the rest of our lives until he comes again and makes things all things right under his name. And so I was reading in the Gospel of John, really in 16, because the verse that I was reminded of was, have I told you these things that you may have peace? In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. That's verse 33 in chapter 16. And I thought, yeah, that's a great statement, but what was he talking about? What was Jesus saying? And so if you go back, actually the previous 4 chapters, starting in John 12, you start to see this scene, this story play out of Jesus and his followers, and the transformations happen in their ministry, and the ups and the downs. And kind of in John chapter 12, we kind of see Jesus. He just healed Lazarus from the dead, so he's doing miracles in chapter 11, and he's gaining all these followers, and his disciples are growing in their faith. And then in chapter 12, it's Jesus comes to Jerusalem as triumphant king. He rides in on a donkey as a sign of peace, and the people lay their palm branches down. And that's why we celebrate Palm Sunday, and they shout Hosanna as the Messiah, the one who was supposed to take his rightful place, is now walking into his calling. And so I just imagine already these disciples and the followers of Jesus are watching this moment. Like, this is it. Like, we got a king now. This guy is actually doing what he said he would, and he's living it out. He's walking it out. But then right after this happens, this beautiful moment, this like extreme high, Jesus tells his disciples that he's going to die. So you have this journey as king and this exciting moment. And then he's like, well, don't get too excited, because I'm actually going to die. I'm going to be crucified. I'm going to be killed. I'm going to be murdered. And so you can imagine the excitement in the room went from like 100 to 0 pretty quick. Then he goes on to wash his disciples' feet. He even then predicts his betrayal by Judas. And he even says to Peter that he's going to deny him. And so you have this beautiful moment where Jesus gets on his feet and serves them and washes their feet and encourages them, but then goes on to say, yeah, actually, one of you is going to betray me and the other one's going to deny me. And again, real high moment go to a real low moment, like real buzzkill there, Jesus. Like we were in this really great spiritual moment, and all of a sudden you're again like bring us back down to reality. But then he brings this back up. He says, but I am the way to the Father, and I'm not going to leave you alone. And he goes on to talk about the promise of the Holy Spirit and how he's the vine and we're the branches, and if we're connected to him, we will have our life sustained in him. If we abide in him and rest in him, the work that we do will be meaningful. It'll be impactful because of his spirit through us. And so when things go wrong, right, we can easily get angry, we can get mad, we can get frustrated, we can just throw it all up, say, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be a part of this situation. It'd have been really easy to go, well, the elevator's out, the freezer's out, it's a time change. Maybe we shouldn't even do church today. No, I'm just kidding. But like, it feels like, what else could go wrong? Like, do you want the power to go out? Like, what else do we need to lose our Wi-Fi or whatever we need that day? Or if things go wrong musically or with the AV system, but things happen, and how we respond matters. So thank God that even though Motivational Monday didn't happen, there was Tuesday where he again is new. He renews us every morning, and he is good and faithful to respond to us. And that's where John 16:33 really takes heart. He tells us all these things, this prediction of his death and his betrayal, but then the comfort of the Spirit, and that we can abide in him, because he says, I have told you these things so that you may have peace. So that you may have peace. Now, peace is, again, I said this on Sunday, this is not rainbows and butterflies kind of peace. Peace is hope in the middle of chaos. When your world is crumbling or when things are going wrong, peace is that understanding that it is okay. This will work the way it's supposed to, even if I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, because then Jesus says, in this world, you will have trouble. That's not a maybe, it's a will. It's a promise. We will have difficulties. We will have people who disappoint us. We will have people who hurt our feelings. We'll have challenges and setbacks. But that doesn't mean that Jesus will not overcome those challenges and setbacks with us. He says, so that you will have peace, because in this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Our heart matters, and it's where our heart is connected to. Are we abiding in Jesus? Do we witness the work of the Holy Spirit in us, especially in the middle of such a letdown like the disciples' experiences? Jesus comes into Jerusalem as king, and then right after it says, yeah, but I'm also going to die. I'm leaving you. As he washes his disciples' feet and encourages them to serve each other, but also one of you is going to betray me and deny me. And then he tells us to abide and to live in in him and Jesus and in the Holy Spirit. But then also the world's going to hate you. Like, you will have trouble, but take heart. Your heart belongs to Jesus. Let your heart sink into Jesus. Let it belong to Jesus, that he will overcome the world. So try again Tuesday. Here we are. Hopefully your week is going well, better than the way mine started on Sunday morning and even into Monday. And hopefully you still feel encouraged and motivated to live for Jesus this week. We'll catch you again next week. And